John Wayne beat.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, look. Too hot, the haters know they can't fade us. Headed to the top, just stay tuned for the latest. Soon as the episode drop, they gotta play us. All I know is we got the flavor.
I am doing great. It's sunny outside.
I know.
We got some sun.
I know.
Don't you just feel better with the sun? I think the gloominess of the clouds come in and just make me feel a little gloomy.
Yeah, a little sad, tired. You just don't want to get up in the morning.
Don't want to go to the gym.
It is December though. We
It
should be
is.
expecting the cold, the gloomy, the dark. It's about that time.
The snow, the slush. Yeah, not looking forward to that.
We've been a little spoiled. The last years it hasn't been that bad. And I think this year it's like, hey, did you forget about me? I'm back. It's the cold.
So you think it's going to be global warming going on or something like that?
Oh, don't get me started on that subject.
I know, that's
we
why
don't
I
have
said
enough time on this
That's
podcast.
why I said it. Hey, Cameron, if I get her started on certain things that's going on in the world, this woman, she has her own podcast for like months.
And it'll literally be in one sitting.
Yes, it'd be one episode, 16 hours.
Yeah.
So, Sully, what's your hot topic for today?
Oh my God. So I had two and I can't decide. My first one would be AI. You know, we've talked about AI. It's been everywhere for years. It's being put into businesses, social media, everything. But now it seems like it's coming home. Like we're really going to start having robots come home with us and do our chores.
Like walking, talking robots?
I don't know if they're talking. I know they're walking and moving.
Okay.
But I know that, you know, like that Will Smith movie, what is it, iRobot? Mm-hmm. We're going to actually have them start coming at home to help assist us with our day-to-day activities.
You know what movie I like it? I forgot the name right now. That talks about that. It's an old movie. It's about a little boy that he is a robot.
I know what you're talking about.
And he loves his mom, right? He's AI. He loves his mom.
I think that's what it is, AI.
Right. But something happened where the little boy, he put the little kid under the water and he held him because he was playing and he didn't know the kid can't breathe. So when the kid went up, whatever, the kid didn't die, but he got in trouble for that. So they got rid of him. Mm-hmm. They were going to dismantle him, and the mother felt bad because she felt like that was her child and left him in the forest reserve like a dog. Do you remember that part? You never remember that
No,
part?
I haven't seen the movie, but that's...
You haven't seen the movie?
How you love him and you leave him out in the...
Yeah, it's like, because he's a robot, so I'm guessing she's like, he's a robot, he could survive. You know, he doesn't need anything to eat or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? He's a robot.
I don't know.
You ever seen the movie?
No, I haven't seen it.
It's with Austin. His last name was Austin. I forgot his name, but we'll
I
figure
know
it out.
which one you're talking about. I just haven't watched it.
If you guys know what movie I'm talking about, put it in the comments below. We want to know. And remember, you're watching this right now. If you're watching this, just don't watch. Don't stalk us. Don't stalk me.
Help me and send me a link so I can watch it for free.
There you go.
Yeah, the free
There you go. I did have a DVD, but I put all my DVDs
Oh
away.
man, I don't even know if I have a DVD player.
I don't either. Yeah, I don't either. Everything's YouTube or Netflix or Prime or one of those channels, whatnot. But yeah, so if you know about that movie, please comment down below. And do us a favor, please like, share, and comment. Let us know how we're doing. We want to know. Who do you want to see on the show that's from Chicago? Believe me, we could pull them. Either I could pull them or Sully could pull them. We'll have them here on the show.
And tell us your thoughts. You know, what do you think about the robots? Would you want a robot at home to help you out? Are you scared of them? We are moving on to the future. Are these sci-fi movies where they a window to what was going to happen to us years later? I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm in the movie.
Yeah. So will you be ready for a robot?
I don't know.
Like a talking, walking robot?
I'm on the fence on it. I'm a little skeptical because I'm worried. What if? But then I do want to advance. You know, I would love for somebody to fold my laundry because I don't have time for that.
Jesus Christ. I don't do laundry. I just don't do it. I don't believe in it. I believe there are people out there that have a job that they do that. So I take my laundry out.
That you just made me think about my laundry lady.
Yeah,
Because
see?
I will be taking, that's her money that I'll be taking away.
Right.
See, so that's...
As entrepreneurs,
it's-
we need that AI you're talking about that does laundry.
But as a person from society, we don't want to take away from somebody else.
That's true. Yeah, Maria wouldn't like me.
No, because
yeah.
she's gonna get rid of a job, and then but then with us, it's always like productivity, right? How to get more done on a lesser dollar.
And sometimes, like we said in a different podcast, sometimes there's a dark side to entrepreneurship.
There is no ethics in business.
I've actually seen Maria's kids grow up. That's how long I've been taking my clothes to get washed. I don't.
Yeah, same. It's just so convenient, and it's almost the same thing as doing it yourself.
Right, exactly.
So it's like,
and it's not it don't cost that much either.
No, not that much of a difference.
We're not bougie. We're not bougie. I mean, y'all saying we're bougie right now. I know I felt it through the waves.
Yeah.
We are not bougie.
Like,
it doesn't cost that much.
Laundry?
Right, for that gallon they're getting. That gallon they're getting in the softener and what the sheets, whatever, all that stuff. It's the same price. You're just taking it down to
Exactly. I calculated the numbers because I had this conversation with Kevin because I was like, I'm not doing our laundry anymore. Like, I'm dropping it off and I'm picking it up, and it's just convenient for me. That's 2 hours that I have so much to do. I need those 2 hours somewhere else. And then somebody else is getting money for it. And I already ran the numbers. It's almost the same. You calculate how much we spend on soap, how much time we're spending, and then the machines. I'm like, it's maybe a $10 more. She's getting $10 more than what we're originally spending, and I get to have 2 hours of my day to do something else.
Let's go. Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah. If I could sit at home for 1 hour and not think, not just think, I don't want to think. Unless it's about God, I don't want to think. And just be within myself. I would love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love that. But we got plans and we got goals that we have to accomplish before we can't do them no more.
Nope.
Yeah. So definitely, do you use AI right now?
I do. I use it a lot. It helps me save a lot of time. So sometimes, let's say I'm making a flyer and I created my little pitch or my little spiel that I'm going to put on there. And I don't like it. I'm like, yeah, it's okay. I think I want it a little more this way. Instead of sitting, beating up my brains for 2-3 hours to come up with a different way to say it, I can put it on my chat GDP and tell him, I want you to say this in a more humorous way. Or I want you to say this in a more persuasive way. Or can you make this, but make it sounding a little more scholarly? It'll go ahead and give me all these different variations. And it's literally the same concept that I did, is just worded in a different tone. And then I can tweak it out a little bit so it can always still sound like me and post it up there. And again, it's the time. Time is so valuable. It's the only thing that I cannot buy. It doesn't matter how much money I have, I can't buy time. So that's the one thing that I don't want to waste. So I always find, how can I save myself more time? I don't mind spending a little money on it because I'm saving time to do things that I want to do. So I do utilize it a lot.
Awesome. I do use it. I use it too, but what I tell it to do is like, can you sound more urban? Because it needs to sound like me when I'm putting something out. You know what I'm saying? It's gotta be like, yo, what's up? It's your boy. Not hi, it's Carlos.
And I can tell who copy and paste directly from ChatGPT because it has AI has its own personality and its own tone. And I figured, because when ChatGPT first came out and people were starting to utilize it to create their Facebook posts, I noticed that after a few months, the view, to get it viewed, it was starting to diminish. So then that means that Facebook algorithm already picked up on its language, its tonality, and now it's lowering the visibility on those posts. Because Facebook just wants you to pay for ads. Yeah. So if you find a way to cheat or how to get more organic visibility, it's going to figure out how to diminish that because it's always going to want to put you to pay for ads. So I started to notice notice all these posts that they posted, they have these amounts of likes, but when they posted this ad that I can tell it's copied straight from ChatGPT, look at its visibility, look at amount of likes. It's not getting seen. Facebook already picked up on it. So you need to kind of tweak it out. Don't copy and paste, you guys. It should always be an inspiration, because then it comes down to people saying, well, isn't it smarter than you? Okay, yes, we're not going to let it do all the work for us. We want to be intelligent along with it. So always tweak it out. Let it inspire you. Let it be a tool to help enhance your own intelligence.
And you could also use it how I'm using it. I'm writing a book.
Yeah.
So I'm using that to help me out. With the book, AI is great as long as how you use it. How you use it. So me and Ricky Lewis, Salcedo. We're writing a book together. We both experience trauma in our lives. Not right now. We're doing good now. And we want to talk about it. We want to put it in the book. So half the books will be me, and half the books is going to be him.
Nice.
It's going to be some good stuff.
Yeah, I've used it to create sponsorship decks, business pitches, lesson plans, like even I want to do a holistic retreat, a 2-3 day itinerary for the retreat. And it just gives me like the basis of what I need and what I'm looking for. And of course, then I just always modify it into what exactly I want. But man, it's like the best assistant you can have for free.
Yes, you can. Now I'm a little interested in what you just said. I'm not going to just run by that. You want to do a holistic retreat.
Yes, that's something.
What does that look like?
It's in the works. So that's kind of like me and B. We want to just take the whole doll revolution concept, and instead of them watching us and learning from us talking about it, we're going to actually go spend a weekend doing it. So from eating healthy, working out, to learning how to shop, learning for recipes, learning about your shapewear and how to get the most out of it. Just basically the doll revolution thing let's spend the weekend doing it.
That. I love
but that's something for future.
I love how your
future.
mind works. It doesn't have to be that future. Because you could put something small together and then just let it grow from there. Yeah. You do like a weekend thing at a hotel,
We have a lot of things coming
or something,
in. Like you and I, we've talked a lot about mushrooms. So I'm going to start bringing in those mushrooms are coming in. They have their thing, so it's like trying to merger with other companies. And it's a Chicago-owned company as well, too. The Windy City Mushrooms.
Okay, because I am taking the mushroom coffee now. That's what's in my.
I'm about to come out with
Ghana mushroom. I forget what it's called. The ladies do it. Saraid and all of them, they do it. So I've been taking that lady because I was doing the rise. Can't do the rise.
Yeah. I haven't tried the rise, but it's like I've heard mixed reviews on it.
Yeah, it's too for me. It tastes like at the end. It tastes like sand. Like
so, it's powders.
Right. So
then you're not getting the most benefit.
So that's what they told me. So I'm done drinking it. And I'm still feeling grimy inside my mouth. I'm like,
and then you're not getting the most out of the mushrooms because they're giving you grinded up mushrooms. Right. You want extracts, which I believe, because we had this conversation. I had the conversation with them. The extract gives you the most out of the mushrooms, and you're getting just the full potency of the mushroom. When it's powder, it could be cut with other things as well. And this is what I'm talking with this Windy City Mushrooms guy too. They're coming out with their own mushroom coffee. But the good thing is they grow their own mushrooms.
Okay.
So they control everything from the beginning.
I gotta ask you a question. Silly, just because I know who I'm talking to. Is the mushroom got something inside of it?
They're special mushrooms, but not this coffee. Okay.
I'm just saying.
You guys are gonna get the healthy mushrooms,
okay.
But then there's also the trippy mushrooms, and that's a whole different other story.
I don't just want to be driving the bus,
and then all of a sudden you got an extra passenger.
Where'd you come from?
Did you pay?
Why you look like a leprechaun?
And why are we on the clouds?
Well, I'm going to get into my hot topic. My hot topic is Mr. Drake himself.
He's still around?
The multi-billionaire, because he's a billionaire, is suing now Kendrick for the song Not Like Us. And I just find that to be whack. It's a rap battle. You got into it. He beat you, and now you salty? It's like, come on.
What are the grounds of the lawsuit? What is he suing for?
He's actually not suing directly Kendrick, but a company that does stuff for Kendrick. I forgot what it's called. The lawsuit saying because he calls him a pedophile. That it's not true, so they should have never let that go or put it out so much. I guess this company is the one that really pushes the song, and he's saying
so.
They
So
did
you're
it on
mad he has
purpose.
a better marketing company than you?
Yeah.
That's.
Yeah. So he's suing Kendrick for that.
But didn't he call him certain names too? Like
he
said he's abusive to his wife.
Yes, that's what he did.
Too.
Yeah,
so,
or the kid's not really his or whatnot.
Yeah. You were playing on the same field. You're just mad that he won.
It's hip hop. We've been doing this since hip hop started back in the late 70s. That's when it started. We've been beefing and battling all the time. So, Drake, you're not hip hop. You just gotta take it in the chin and keep on going. You're a multi-billionaire, bro. Stop it. Just stop it. lay low for a little bit, come out with the songs that you come out that people love, and people are going to forget about it. But if you keep on pushing this,
they're never going to forget.
they're never going to forget.
You're giving them another reason to go back and see, like, oh, let me see what Kendrick's saying about this.
Right.
It's free marketing.
Because I like Drake songs. I can't say I don't. I don't like all of them.
Yeah.
But I like some of his songs. And Kendrick,
Kendrick's Kendrick.
He's just it right now.
Yeah.
He's just it right now. There's two songs I do like on his album. I did buy the album, and the two Christian songs.
Oh, nice.
So I was surprised to hear him. But I know he's a believer, but he's just different kind of believer. You know what I'm saying? But they were really good songs on there. So check them out. I'm not saying check out the whole album. Check out the two Christian songs that are on there for the Christian people. If not, you're not Christian, do what you want.
Yeah.
I'm not pushing it. But that was it. What do you think about that? Someone suing somebody for a rap battle.
I think he's just being bitter. He's being a sore loser. What you said was right. Kill him with your success. Like, come on, Drake. Every song you put out has a great beat. It just does well. Just put out music. Do what you do. And then, like you said, people will forget about it. That's just what it is. People were forgetting about it, and you're just reminding them again. And it's the perfect timing because Kendrick got a new song out.
He did. He's got a whole album, girl.
Yeah.
They're all coming out. Those songs are coming out, and he's beefing with all the people there to see if he's fishing. Who's gonna talk smack?
Yeah.
Who's gonna talk smack?
Or he's plotting. He's trying to piggyback right off of what Kendrick has going on right now.
Absolutely.
So maybe it's a way for him to get his name out there again. Entertainment media says no. All press is good press, whether it's bad or good. As long as they're talking about you, that's what you want. So we might think it might be dumb, but it might be something smart that he's doing in the background. Like, hey, he's getting hot again. I think they're forgetting about me. Let me figure out how they can talk about me again.
Yeah, and Drake, just let it go. Let it go. If they forgot about the January 6th, bro, they're gonna forget about your beef. Let it go. Let it go. So right now we're gonna be taking a break, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Hey, you guys. So I feel like I'm in a morning Snapchat because every morning I like to get on my Snapchat and do a quick little CMOS break. So I always like to show everybody that I'm getting my spoonful of 92 essential minerals, getting my day started right, getting that gut going, getting my brain awake and ready for my day. So if you don't want to take multiple vitamins in your morning and you just want to get a quick little snap on your day, look into Mermaid CMOS Glow. 92 essential minerals, anti-inflammatory, great for your gut, and it has other benefits. Get you started with Mermaid CMOS Glow. Oh, we get started? You gotta let me know when. I'm waiting for the
1, 2, 3, go.
Cut.
Action. No cuts when we finish.
Take 568.
It's action.
Action.
Hey, you guys, we're back at the Flava Studio, Flavapodcast Podcast, and I am so excited to introduce our next guest. Now, this man has not only been an amazing individual, he's a God-fearing man, he has an amazing family, he's created his business. I've gotten the pleasure to work alongside with him. So let me introduce you guys to the owner of Grace Zion Tailoring, Mr. Julio Figueroa. How are you doing today?
Hello. Thank you for having me here. Really appreciate it.
I'm so excited. So we asked you earlier, what do you do to give back to the community? And you were just like, and I'm like in my brain, like a whole list came up. And I'm like, how come he didn't mention all of these things? So, but one thing that you mentioned today was that you've helped a lot of individuals with your business get started with their careers.
Yes, of course. I could start with my sister. I helped out Michelle in the beginning process, with her tech business. I feel real proud about that. But since I opened up my business, the back and forth, hiring, it's been totally awesome. So, but right now, my business has been open since September of makes 2 years, and I love how it's been grown organically. How we received a lady needed to she was looking for work, and to hire her on again, like I was saying, that she didn't speak no English, seeing her family, helping her son get into school, to Catholic school. They helped her out to get into Peachtree Academy, a little daycare center that my son went there, and she had a son the same age, got her son into the school. They're both going into Catholic school now. So, she has a husband. So it's good to see these people, came from, Ukraine. She was from Ukraine, and just to see her grow, learn English, is super awesome. And just the other people, Colombian people, migrant, that came from Colombia, and she was so awesome. Hired her on. So, yeah, I got some nice little staff there.
So what I'm hearing is that you achieved your American dream, which is everybody wants to have financial freedom, and entrepreneurship is what takes you there. And you're using your dream to help create other people that are coming into this country in the search of their American dream, right? Which is usually coming in, learning the language, getting a job, and developing their pipeline of finances.
My motto since opening up this business, to be honest, is just to help out. I always say yes. I'm always helping out. Even like when my clients come in, they're at last minute. They're in desperate need. They checked out different alteration shops. They're not trying to tailor their garments. An emergency. Some girls need panels, or guys, they like this custom fitted suits, and it's a lot of work. A lot of companies don't want to take up that up, and we just never say no. We pride ourselves in our shop, just, taking care of the client, turning around their garments at a fast pace. We're really proud of that. But during my walk, again, my company's called Grace Zion Tailors. It's the grace of a woman, the light of the man. This was my daughter's middle name, Grace, and then my son's middle name is Zion. And
Nice.
I was not creative, but I created this, this name, and I just, it's been really beautiful to see the growth, the people that I help out. I mean, there's people just that are desperate, but I have like a cleaning lady that doesn't have no paper. That she helps out. I give her money.
We can't say that too loud, man. We don't know who's watching now.
Yeah.
2025 is gonna be a little different.
But she's, it's like I'm having migrants. To be honest, I have an Indian straight from India. He started working with me 25 days in the United States. Again, I talk about this Ukrainian, 6 months in the United States with her husband, and her from leaving, she has, land. She had land and houses to come to the situation she is over here in, Chicago in a small little apartment, but she's happy. She has her mom right now taking care of, the property over there in Ukraine, and she's over here and she don't want to go, and she just to see her we love what we do. We could sit there for 15 hours, 14 hours and just work because we have a passion, for the sewing. It just gets us through our day. It taught her how to speak English. She literally, for hours on day, have, English in translation for Ukrainian. And she speaks beautiful. She's, my head tailor. She's a very strong woman. Just to see the growth of that. Even in my walk, I'm inviting people to church. I guess that's my mission. Of course, I can do things more. Like I don't celebrate Halloween. We get passing out candy is part of giving back to the community.
Yeah.
But there was I was invited for me to do a trunk or treat. Would have my car, have the and pass out candies and so forth during Halloween. This Halloween, and I just didn't. And you could promote your business as well, but I just didn't do that aspect. But I'm hoping to collaborate in the future. I'm always open. I really feel strong about our little shop where it's at in the front. I think it's revitalized. That little section that we have over there, there's a lot of businesses opening. There's a lot of traffic there.
Over where exactly?
We're right there by the Golden Nuggets over there on Wellington and Diversey. So we're in between Central and Belmont Cragen. Right on Central, can't miss us. We're right in the front. We have a cool little shop. I have 2 suites there, so I have 2 shops at that location. Again, and that my walk, it is biblical. The name Grace Zion, but it's like it tracks the feminine, and then the Zion, the masculine, when people are looking for me too, for tailors. So kind of like I stand out, I feel, with that name, with the Grace and the Zion, because it's beautiful. My kid's name, I am a follower of God. I love God, so I can share. I've talked to pastors. I have aldermen go to my workshop, police officers. So I'm always asking, during the conversation, what church, where you found us, and then during that conversation, it opens up, like if they say church, and I start talking about church.
So awesome. I got a question, because we're talking about giving back, right? So how did you find these employees? Because I know we spoke about it, but I want people to know. How did you find them?
Again, they literally found me. I never went and found anybody. I like through Indeed and post some posts and Indeed. These are people that just love. There's people out there that
God sent them.
Yeah, exactly. That true forth, and I've explained that to you earlier. God sent these people. God has, on my life, showed me favor. I look back at this, and just seeing, the positive, that we're doing. I could do more, with, my own walk in my own personal, but I'm heading in the right direction. God is guiding this.
Yes. God has a plan for people. And I remember when we first met. So you guys are hearing about him and his sous-suite, successful business, everything. I met this man before he even got to this point where this was literally a dream. This was it was in paper. I remember how we met. You were like, I always wanted to open up a business. I want to teach people how to sew because they don't know how to sew right. You were just complaining about
papers and everything. Folders, you remember that?
Yeah,
it was
I remember
you and,
that.
I forgot the other girl's name.
Yeah, Cece.
Yes.
And this was like literally just a thought in his head. Now, this man has experience, so he doesn't just have an amazing business plan with an amazing name and everything. He actually knows what he's doing. So you were working for a suiting company, making suits from scratch.
That's how I got my trade. I picked up, I fine-tuned everything working with a company in downtown called Balani Custom.
Yep.
It was a coincidence because my wife was pregnant, and it was during the pandemic time, right before the pandemic time, and I needed a job, and I needed to work right next to my wife. God went to this interview, and I was like, man, this is my job in the interview process, and in my head. And talking to the gentleman and so forth, and he hired me quick, and it was literally on Monroe and Dearborn. My wife goes to the work, and it was first until the baby was born, and it was just to as a man to be be able to be with my wife because we would go to the on the train to head over there and get off on it. So I'm we could take lunches. It was kind of cool experience on my end looking back. Just being there for my son and his birth from the beginning to the end, seeing him. And then But anyways, at that facility, I've learned they just took me over the top. A young lady named Mariana. She taught me the sewing trade, all the little tricks, and then from there, it's been a building, but that kind of fine tuned me, and then there's some more.
And then you went to Macy's. I remember I was at the fashion incubator, right?
Well, yeah, I did. Of course, yeah. So I worked with some girls there at the fashion incubator with some fashion designer because that was my passion when I first opened. It was cool because when I first opened it was on 5050 West Diversity. I was right next to the church on Diversity, where Pastor David was at.
New Life Covenant.
Yeah, Pastor David, and Pastor Josh. They visited my my workshop that I had right there. So and then when I explained, this was my first business that I opened, and when I opened it, I didn't open it with, it wasn't organically, it didn't go smoothly, So, but my goal was to work with fashion designers and as well as work with the church community, tailoring suits and things like that. So I've had flyers passed out on the at New Life on Diversity. Pastor Josh, really, shout out to Pastor Josh, God bless you. But he coordinated, and they were able to pass out my flyers in another company that he was trying to promote the small businesses in that Belmont Creek in that area. So it was kind of cool. But yeah, that was my start. That was my crash course, opening my own business. And then the pandemic happened, opened up a shop closed that down, opened up a shop in the Fashion Outlet Mall for 2 years. And it was like a perfect storm. I coordinated. I basically took it upon my own to talk to all the managers.
Yeah, Rosemont Fashion Outlet Mall.
I was about to say that's a big venue.
That's a
really nice one.
So it wasn't me because I'm Puerto Rican, but
don't let that hold you back.
No, God,
matter of fact, use that as a pride because you're stepping into areas we haven't been at. You're opening up doors.
Exactly.
That's just motivating other people like, oh, shit, I can do it because Julio did it. Now I believe in myself because all I needed was to see my peoples there.
Exactly. So God has put this in my life. I'm speaking for myself that because he had me go through this journey, work with this.
You asked for it and he gave it to you.
Work with this young lady in the mall. I was like, I'll take that job. I was getting, unemployment at the time because there was a pandemic happening. So I was getting that benefit of the unemployment at that time, but I just tried out part-time at the fashion outlets, and we end up the owner of a store there called E3 Collections at the time. She invested in me, and it was like a perfect idea. again, when I opened that up, I talked to it's a lot of footwork, and all the fruits of me talking to all the managers from the Armani store, Gucci store, Perry Ellis, Hugo Boss. I mean, the list goes on. Inside that mall was like, where can you find one building with all these high-end men's suits at?
That
all these
they
garments.
need tailoring and they don't offer it.
Yeah, it's obvious. How you're gonna spend $900 on a suit and send the client to
A dry cleaner.
a dry cleaner, and then take a risk. Why don't you some to so we pride ourselves right now. Currently moving into 2025 is our mobile service. We do attend to nice people that are that are forward, and our mobile service is super reasonable, but. I do the fitting there, and then take these garments back to my workshop to get it altered, and then deliver it back. So we offer a mobile service, and we pride ourselves in rush.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
We pride ourselves on the rush part because a lot of people, for instance, they need their garment turned around so fast, and we're there because they're getting turned down, and we just, like I said in the beginning, we don't take no for an answer.
I wanted to go through this timeline because a lot of people always see. They pay attention when you made it, right? When you're doing good, that's when they're paying attention to you. They don't know what you went through to get there. And I want them to hear that story. You just said, oh, I closed this one down. This didn't work out. But one thing that I didn't hear, I didn't hear you say I stopped. I didn't say I quit. You kept trying.
Yes.
And because you kept going and learning, because I forgot what was it. It was the Monster guy. He has this one thing where he says, it's not failures. It's actually a ladder of success. It's not I failed, I may have stopped here, but I learned something. So the next time when I go for the next one, I'm higher up. Absolutely. And you're constantly going. And you went up that ladder to get where you're at right now.
Absolutely.
And now you're creating opportunities for other people. Now people are walking by your stores, knocking on your window saying, hey, Julio, can you give me an opportunity?
Yes.
Which is literally how we met. So now you are over there satisfying the little Julios that are in the neighborhood. You just mentioned before this podcast about 3 of them that you helped out. Your clean lady, the young kid that makes the suits from scratch, and then the young girl from Ukrainian girl.
Yes,
but then he also mentioned earlier, off camera, how you really met your employees. It wasn't that they walked in. They did something before they walked in. They knocked on your window.
Yeah, literally knocked on my window. It was so weird. The Indian guy that just started working with me, again, he was just 25 days in the United States.
What's his name?
His name is Farid.
I just like using their
Oh,
names.
yeah, Mr. Farid. He's like 30 years old. He's really built, really nice guy, man, but educated. And he has this experience from India running 80. He started with 3 people, and the plant is like 80 people. But he had to go back to the United States because of a love story. It's but it's a love story. The reason why he's in the United States because he was trying to marry somebody outside of his religion. Over there, they're not with that. They're trying to
stop it.
They're trying to stop him. So he had to come to the United States, and he ended up at my door. This guy has made custom suits. This guy is awesome, and it's like what I'm trying to say is this: there's not a lot of people roaming this world, they will walk with that talent into my front doors. You know? So again, this is all
knowing how to perfectly tailor. I feel like it's a dying craft.
Yes, I can't wait to strategize. Making custom suits for these people in the community. Like a lot of these high schoolers, they're graduating coming up soon, and they want to get custom dresses and custom suits. I have the guy that does the custom suits there, but we like to have clients as well. If you want to purchase a suit online, a lot of suits when they come online, they don't try them on, so it fits them wrong when they put it on in their home, and they're right away desperately looking for a tailor at the last minute, and there I am, Grace Zion Tailor. So I pride myself on rush fees, but it goes vice versa with young ladies. The men are the most procrastinators, but the girls are usually trying to. The most part, they'll try to plan. So, but we have that in the works for 25. We're going to be focusing on the high schools, all the high schools in this area. We have AI. AI is going to help me through all of this stuff.
Yeah,
because AI gives me. I put in my idea and what I want to do and what I want to target, my company itself. I put my website in, and it just spits out exactly what I need to do verbatim, So, it's been helping me out with some emails, some important emails and contacts with some companies that I work for. So I just really feel really excited about this 2025. Awesome. Our mobile service, and then as well as, our quick turnaround time for people that, they just need it, and
I think that's genius. One thing about being an entrepreneur is your whole business is solving a problem, right? That's what your business comes from. Either you're giving a service, you're selling a product to solve a problem. You found another problem within your industry, a fast turnaround time. How can we go ahead and do that? Oh, we're going to be the Uber of tailoring.
Exactly.
It's taking it to the next level.
Exactly.
You always have to keep reinventing yourself.
Exactly.
You may have came out with this one great idea, but 5 years down the line, that idea is not going to be so great anymore. It's not going to be so new. So how do you stay afloat? And it's things like that. Where is there another hole? Where is there another problem? How else can I separate myself from all the other tailors?
That's exactly it. We have clients we're not dry cleaner quality, so I've seen the dry cleaning work situations. We pride ourselves in putting everything back to its original form. How it came from wherever you purchased it. That's one of our things. But we just pride ourselves in the quality. The quick turnaround time. It just. I take pride in interacting with the clients. Like, again, this was a crash course. Like you said, you had, B does, she has a school, so she's good in front of people as well as yourself. And I could just imagine that situation with my tailor that doesn't speak English, where now she has to attend to customers and things like that. So it was a whole training process with her, and it's so awesome to see her now. For my crash course that I take.
Which was this one?
She's Ukrainian.
What's her name?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Victoria. We keep on calling them from India, from Ukraine.
Yes, Victoria.
Victoria.
Victoria, yes. So, Victoria has grown.
I got a question about that. Not to cut you off again. So, Victoria, you said 2 years. You've been open 2 years. I'm putting the math together.
Mm-hmm.
So, 2 years, that means she just came from the war.
Yes. So, she's it's like a year and 6-7 months she's been working with me. So she was in the United States for 6 months. So straight from the war.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
She had land. She
saw a lot of stuff before she came here, and now she's thriving here.
It wasn't close to her area at the time, but they were drafting husbands and boys and so forth. So she had to escape to Poland and stay there from Poland. And from Poland, she flew because she had to make up. She worked out the way to get her husband with her, because if he would have went to the war, she knew he was dead. So she had to do everything she can to. It's a beautiful story. And she shares this with me. I see things like the story that she has, and it's beautiful and awesome. And that God's blessed me to help this woman out. I only know that because I don't post nothing on social media, nothing like that. And I be falling short a lot of times. Like, I feel like, man, God's put me, in this situation. I just need to do more, just, worshiping Him and really believing in Him, and not doing it my own way, but just seeing the growth. And then, again, the love story with this Indian, the gentleman.
What's his name?
His name is Farid. I keep saying it.
I'm gonna keep on saying that.
Farid.
So you got three. So you talked about Victoria.
Yes.
Farid. And then who's the third person?
So I have a girl from the daycare service. Her name is Nicole.
Thank you.
Her mom Ashley helped me in the beginning with my son, getting them registered into the school. And then the Victoria did not have nobody to take care of her. They're the same age as my son. It's like a no-brainer. Hey, I'll hook you up with Ashley. Get your son, and then they'll grow up together. We'll be working together, so it'll be kind of cool, win-win, And then I'm helping her out, She's my tailor. She's doing awesome. I could see all, yes, she was raw and was making mistakes, but she worked. You can tell she's a hard worker. She wants to work and she wants to do good. So
she had the hunger.
I had to invest. Yeah, I had to invest in her. So it wasn't, I don't know how should I say it, but anyways, Victoria, I forgot where I was getting at though with the part, but she's just been a blessing right now. The story of just helping out these two people with Farid and the third person. I apologize.
I'm waiting.
Yes,
I'm just sitting here waiting.
Yes. So the owner of the daycare her name is Ashley. She has a daughter. Her daughter's 18 years old. She's going to Loyola University.
Nice.
This her first year. So she's like, hey, my daughter needs a part-time job, and she'll do whatever, blase, skimpy. So that's my third person.
You just say blase, skimpy.
And the hood came out.
Yeah.
It just took like 30 minutes.
But so I got the person that takes care of my kid. Her daughter is working with me part-time. She does a lot of my emailing. She did a lot of things, marketing campaigns that I did for text marketing. She's steam dresses. She's at customer service, so like she's taking things apart. Customers come in. She speaks fluent English, and she's very bright and beautiful. So it's good to I have like images. I'm Boricua and everything, so I'm a little.
Why do you say that?
Because
Boricua? No,
God,
yo soy Boricua.
I understand. I'm Boricua,
Power.
pero I'm from the hood.
Put the camera on Sully right now. Sully, what are you?
I'm Guatemalan.
Okay, but how do you say that when you tell people?
Oh, yo soy guatemalteca.
Hey,
We have
go
to.
ahead.
I get where he's coming from
Yeah.
because we're stepping into. Because you mentioned politicians, a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
So sometimes when you walk into these certain rooms, you can tell the division and the difference. You can feel that. Oh, I am Guatemalan, but we need to take pride of that because I used to be like that, where it's just like, oh, I'm trying to blend in with them. I don't want to blend in with them. They're the problem. So I'm not trying to be a part of the problem. I'm trying to be the difference. So then other people, because there's other people watching you. And then you're going to be that inspiration. I didn't realize that until people would message me back. I just had a message from another girl that she was just telling me that me and B inspired her to do her business. I had no idea. I've been following her business. I'm like, I'm so proud of you.
Two Latinas.
I haven't. There's no idea that I am. So I'm like, wow, there's people actually watching me. So I do need to watch. It's like our kids. They're like our other set of kids. They're watching what we're doing. So when I walk in there, I need to be prideful. Be like, yeah, I am Latina. I am going to bring the change. I'm going to be the difference. Because we have been made feel uncomfortable to walk in certain rooms. That's why like I mentioned, one of my employees had a hard time walking into certain rooms because she felt intimidated and stuff. I've even had friends where I'll tell them, let's go to these networking events. They're business owners. And then they'll be like, oh my God, I feel so weird, girl. I'm not dressed like everybody else. Like, oh my God, I'm so underprepared. Now they're doubting themselves. And I'm trying to bring them in there so they can feel better. But instead of feeling better, it's doing the opposite. They actually walk out feeling worse. But now I have those power talks like, no, don't let that suit intimidate you. You better know that that suit needs to know who you are. Just because you're not wearing a suit doesn't mean that you don't have the same intelligence and capability that they do. Get that image thing out of you. Show them who you are.
Now, since you're a man of God, right?
Yes, sir.
Those are chains. Those are chains that the enemy puts on us. And sometimes those chains are off of us already because we accomplished something. But the one keeping it on us is ourselves. They're broken, but we're carrying them in our hands. So we need to let those chains drop. Because we're not chained up no more. We're carrying our own ball and chain. Because the mentality that society has put in our heads. You are Boricua. You are a king.
Be proud of that. For
Yep.
real. I am. Wow.
And you're a
She is
leader.
Guatemalan, and she is a queen.
Yes.
And B, shouts out to B.
Yeah.
She's a Mexicana,
Yeah.
and she is a queen.
Yep.
But now, there's sometimes just be little images that I feel that I can't break the chain when I'm,
But we're gonna get to that story because we're gonna dive a little deeper. We'll be back after these messages.
John Wayne B. Yeah. Yeah. Look. Too hot, the haters know they can't fade us. Headed to the top, just stay tuned for the latest. Soon as the episode drop, they gotta play us. All I know is we got the flavor.
So we're back, and we got some questions for you. But first, we're gonna do some icebreakers. So this is where the icebreakers come in. You might have one. Do you have an icebreaker later on?
I can think of
I'll
one.
do like the first five.
Okay, yeah,
good.
the first one.
So this is how it goes. It's two things. You got to pick one or the other and explain why you're picking one of those, okay?
Okay.
All right. So white rice or Puerto Rican yellow rice?
I like white rice.
Why?
I don't know. When I make rice, my wife made some rice, be like mashed potato when I first met her and stuff forth.
It was like mashed potatoes?
I trained her how to make rice and how to make white rice, the right, and now she uses a steamer. She cheated. Now she's in a steamer.
That's me.
And she has a steamer. I use the regular Oya and make the rice. I got it all like science, so I like white rice. I like my white rice. The kids like white rice too.
So you have your white rice by itself, or you make something with it? So you have your white rice, or you mix it with all the person Jesse Fuentes.
Yeah, I like scrambled eggs. I use my scrambled eggs.
Old school.
Most likely.
Hood stuff.
Yeah.
Hood stuff. Yeah. That's that poor people food.
Now,
That's awesome.
do you
It's
put
amazing.
ketchup on your white rice?
No.
Oh.
No.
I do.
I do too.
I do. But I like eating my white rice with some beans on the side.
Of course.
It gets all saucy. And that. They had little potatoes and then little cut up potatoes.
It's like I got kids and they be kind of choosy, they're picky and so forth. So they like, my son loves eggs, and white rice with eggs is a quick little thing. I don't got to buy a little Caesar pizza for him or something. I just hook that up for him with some juice and he's good.
Okay. So, Superman or Batman?
Superman or Batman?
Too different.
Batman is cool. Batman is
Why?
cool.
Why are you picking?
I like his how he has a private, nobody knows about him.
Wait,
his
you
life.
just say what?
Like nobody.
You know this is recorded, right? You said you like his privates. What?
Private life.
Life.
That's what I
His
heard.
private life.
That is what I heard.
No.
I know you heard the same thing.
No, what's up?
I
I heard private life.
didn't hear that part.
All right, but I like his private life. I like how he's successful.
That's what I'm saying,
Prince Charming.
we fighting
he's
some demons, brother.
Yeah, no, man. But behind closed door, nobody knows that he's the Batman coming out at night.
Okay, so you like the secret stuff behind him, not his money.
The whole structure that
The
he
whole
has.
structure Batman has.
The
Awesome.
whole
awesome.
structure.
Well, I like Superman. There's a reason behind that.
Why?
Because the Bible says that we are not from this world, and Superman is not from this world.
No, it's not.
So that's why I like Superman so much.
All right.
All right. Cool. So, Chicago Bears or Green Bay Packers?
Oh,
God.
I love football.
Okay.
The Bears.
Why?
But I gotta respect Green Bay and what they're doing.
You got to respect Green Bay.
yeah,
I
and what they're
already
doing, of course,
They're
of
winners.
course.
They're winners.
But I'm a Bear fan fanatic.
Losers.
You know.
You like rolling with the losers.
I gotta respect. It took me
Drake.
a while. It took me a while to respect them, but now I had to respect them and their structure. They're awesome.
He went hard with that. Oh, you like the losers? Losers, huh?
The
I'm gonna
last couple of games they lost, right?
It's cool. They fired a coach.
And they fired a
they're
coach, too.
good. This is good.
Like that's gonna help.
Yeah, it is. Yes,
It's not
it
gonna
is.
help.
Yes,
It's not
it
gonna
is.
help.
Yes, it is. All right.
As you can tell, I'm a Green Bay Packer fan.
I see.
I stick with the winners. We win.
My turn.
Yes.
Okay.
Cheese Cheetos or hot Cheetos?
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's a pretty big split.
Is that one for Kami?
No, it's for me.
Cheese,
I didn't say Takis.
Okay, that's
cheese, Cheetos.
Yeah, the regular cheese Cheetos or the hot Cheetos.
like the original Cheetos. Yeah.
Hot Cheetos, flaming,
Right. I can't go back after having hot Cheetos. I
There's
can't go
some-
back to
and the
Yeah,
hot
but
corn
there
chips.
are
I love
some-
the hot corn chips with a
Oh
burger.
my
the
gosh.
Fritos.
Yeah, when I get my fat
Fritos, yeah.
side, I'll eat me like I like the Fritos, the hot Fritos, and then I'll eat me like a little taco.
Those give
stuffed
my
taco.
mom heartburn, but she don't stop eating.
I know what they do.
You like those too?
Yeah, I love all of
Come
them.
around me. I was gonna put her on the spot. She sells sea moss.
I know. That's why I need the anti-inflammation because I'm inflaming my body with the hot chips.
And the sea moss helps with that,
Yes,
right?
it helps
Absolutely.
reduce it.
Absolutely. Hey, if you haven't had her sea moss yet, we just did a commercial maybe about 20 minutes ago. Go back to the commercial. There's gonna be a link in the description for her stuff, for her sea moss. Hit that. I'll tell you right now how sea moss works for me. It gives me the energy I need in the morning to keep my day going. By day, I am a bus driver for Chicago Transit Authority, and I need that boost in the morning to keep on going. And that CMOS gives it to me. And when I don't take it, I feel it. So try out that CMOS.
And the boost of minerals makes him a very pleasant guy, so he doesn't get too cranky with his customers.
And bus drivers get cranky because we got to deal with you people. Yo, Jesus.
Right after the fist, nice, I like that.
So, R&B or hip hop?
I'm old school, so I like the R&B. Yeah, kind of like R&B. to be
R&B.
honest.
So what about R&B you like? I mean, because rap,
The
hip hop's
old-
old too.
But the old traditional.
51 years old.
Man, I don't know.
It's
I
been
like
around
good
for
music.
51
To be
years.
honest, since recently, I have not been really diving into secular kind of music. It's just, when usually the K-Love is on my radio. I came a long way, you know what I'm saying?
Every Christian has that in their car.
Yeah. But so it's hard for me to. But I like some hip hop when I'm working out for sure, and I go with hip hop too much because that's my go-to.
You sure? I thought you just went with R&B.
Nah, I'm go with hip hop because sometimes I get hip hop. I just mostly hip hop.
So who you listen to while you're working out?
Usually Christian rap.
Okay.
But I did put on. I have the Apple Music, and I had put on some rap. It was crazy. Just the other day, I was working. I was like talking about drugs and all that. So it's not feeling me. And I could tell. Yeah. No, it's just I gotta stay with the Christian hip hop.
So you got your you got your Lecrae, you got your Andy Mineo, you got your I think it's called NR.
Are these separate? Like
no, these are
artists?
Christian hip hop. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's just probably listening to the station.
Yeah. I'm not good with names and all that stuff. Yeah,
which I don't know it. Plus, they have to pay me for it. If they don't know it, that is on the radio. I'll let you know later on. There's all hip hop, Christian hip hop.
Okay.
You can listen to Christian hip hop all day. I'll let you know what it is.
Please.
You guys gotta pay me first.
Yeah. If the viewers want to know what it is, so let them know to pay us so we can tell you which one it is.
Leave the comment down below. Leave that comment down below. So, White Sox or the Cubs?
Oh, those are fighting words.
Nah, I'm a Cub
Losers
fan.
or losers?
I'm a Cub fan. I'm a Chicago fan. So when the Sox are doing great, it's awesome to see like the whole farm system.
Yeah.
When it goes deeper, but the pitching staff, like when they won that World Series, the White Sox, appreciating that pitching staff they had on there. El Duque, I remember. I'm not really good with names, but they had some. So it was so awesome to see that. And then as well as when the Cubs won in 2018, it was awesome. But I'm a Cub fan.
Okay.
To answer your question, I'm a Cub
So
fan.
you like the stadium to be filled?
Oh my god.
They're always gonna feel. They could be messed up,
Well,
and
that's
they
why you're a
still
Cubs
feel
fan because it's filled,
Yeah.
and the
And
other
there's
one is really
empty.
like 2-3
So
people.
what was it? The Sox won in 2005, I believe.
They won.
Was
I
it?
don't know what year was that.
But we swept them. We swept them. Let's just
do you mean
remember
we?
that.
What do you
We
saying
swept
we?
them
Are
because
you
I'm
a
a
Sox
Sox fan. I am.
Oh, she's
So
a
it's so
Sox
funny.
fan.
I am a Sox fan.
They're
You
gonna
know
get sold.
why?
They're gonna
You
get
want to
sold
know
to
why?
Tennessee.
Because Hagen didn't have enough money to go take us to the Cubs, even though we're in Northside
Yeah.
School.
I grew up as Sox fan as well.
I grew up with the Sox,
Exactly.
so
Yes.
we would always go. Our choir, we always sang the national anthem at the Sox Stadium. We were, Albany Park Elementary School. Albany Park wasn't the greatest neighborhood back in the day. So, I don't know. The Cubs didn't invest in our school. So we never got to go to the Cubs Stadium to sing anything or any type of schooling stuff.
Oh.
But the Sox did. We would get free tickets. I don't know if it's because it was empty
It was.
and
It
stuff.
was.
but-
It was.
But we got free tickets. and in Little League, I used to play Little League in, what was it? Not Portage Park. Horner Park.
Corner Park, okay.
I was a part of the White Sox
Right.
in Little League too, so there's history there.
Okay.
It's been embedded in me.
So have you ever been to Wrigleyville?
To Wrigleyville, I have.
Okay.
It's quiet.
It's quiet.
You ain't allowed to cheer. These people will be like, shh. But if you go to the Sox Stadium,
Well, you got
you
room.
get
You
to
can
be
put your arms out like
lively.
this. There's nobody next to you.
yeah, no. But I have been. I don't
She got the
know.
towns mixed up. The side
I
of
think
town.
so. Something's wrong there. I always give her grace, but so I gotta give her grace right now.
What do you feel about them selling the team? Sorry, I don't get off.
No, go ahead.
I haven't been paying attention to baseball so much lately, but
They always talk about it though, but it never happens.
yeah,
They
and the
never,
same thing.
They never move.
Yeah.
So they talked about moving closer to the lake, but I don't think that's going to happen.
No.
They're
I
not
don't
gonna
think
move.
so either.
Especially they want us to pay for it, the citizens of Chicago. Yeah,
That's
we ain't got
not
no money.
happening. We don't have no money.
got no
Nashville, Tennessee wants them bad. So just be
Hey,
be careful.
They can leave for what I care about.
I think they'll be better. They'll be more successful in Nashville.
Well,
There'll be a fan base to truly love them instead of like they're mixed with Cubs.
Isn't that the curse though in Chicago? Once they leave Chicago, they tend to do better.
It's just like the Bears players. Bears players
Yeah.
do horrible
Yeah.
here. and
But
they go
as soon
somewhere
as they
else.
draft somewhere else, all of a
Chicago
sudden
Bulls,
Super
the Bulls.
Bowl.
Right.
It's like what the hell?
Exactly. So we're gonna dive deeper right now into your life.
Amen.
So I like asking the question. I always ask this question: who were you when you were 10 years old?
You made me think back 10 years old. At 10 years old, what grade would I have been in? Probably fifth, sixth.
Yep, 5th grade.
Yeah, I kind of remember that stage. It was horrible. We were living on Spalding and just a single mom, trying to find her way, and she didn't find her way. So I was, 10 years old, craving for a dad. To be honest, at that time, I could just specifically remember
You said
that.
craving for a dad?
Yeah, because I never had a dad growing up at all my whole life, and just always asking. One time, just like it stuck with me to this day. When who was my dad? My mom says, "Yeah, you're between, a guy I met. She didn't even know. She didn't even have an answer to, who my
name.
dad was. Yeah. So growing up with that,
You're saying she didn't know, or she didn't want to give the name?
no, because she didn't even have his last name basically. So my mom's last name was on the birth certificate. So that kind of sticks with me. As to be honest, I don't want my kid to ever go through that, being basically a bastard, son. And that literally, I think that was the identity back then at that time. If you could picture a woman, with mental issues and 3 kids, all different fathers, super rough back then. I remember I failed several grades. It was going down the road of society, like just pegged for unsuccess.
Was this here in Chicago?
Of course, yes.
Okay. What side of the city?
Over there at that time was at Schubert and Spalding, so Logan Square area. I grew up there, back before it was what it is now. It's a nice little neighborhood now.
Now it's Yuppified.
Yuppified, beautiful, gentrified, everything, Yeah. We lived in them buildings right there on Spalding,
But we can't get back in them buildings.
No.
Because they want those buildings. The buildings are beautiful. Those are gray stones and brownstones.
Yeah. Historic building.
Okay, so let's say now you're a 16-year-old. Who are you at 16 years old?
16, was figuring out his way. I just there was a new neighborhood on Fullerton and Pulaski where a bunch of young kids used to be hanging. So I got recruited to be in a gang at 15, 16 years old. Joined the gang, and then quickly after that, got incarcerated for a burglary charge or something like that, and went to boot camp, like for the state. Went to the state boot camp. Finished.
Is that juvenile?
Juvenile, yeah. It was a boot camp. No, it was an adult.
As an adult?
Yeah, it was at 17. So at that 16, 17, 15, 16, 17, I was in, the gangs and thing, right after that, boot camp life. And so it was gangs and drugs. I think my mom, I apologize. Because at 15, I was really difficult to understand. So my mom sent me to Puerto Rico, and that's where I did. I went to school for a year over there at that age at junior high. I was in junior high at the time, and going into my senior year. First year of school, but I started messing around selling drugs over there in Puerto Rico.
I think that's what our parents do. They send us to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
They
ship you away.
Thinking
I'm right in the barrio.
It's the area, but
Yeah.
they're shipping you. If your family's not good over there, you know what I'm saying, then they're shipping you to the wrong place.
It's like you could run away from your problem, but you're still the problem. So
But what
that's
it
happened.
is they're trying to ship you away from the culture life here and the customs here. Because they can't control you. I'm pretty sure your mom tried to keep you in the house, but you couldn't stay in the house.
My mom, to me, I didn't even care. It just free reigns. Whatever evilness was out there was for me to take. It's up to me, because that's what, was easy, accessible. Is being in, gangs, thinking I'm cool, drugs at that 15, starting selling drugs and so forth. So I think, again, God's had his hand in my life, because he said, send this boy to Puerto Rico. I got something great for him, but send him to Puerto Rico now because he could escape, it was really bad. The gangs back then was in the 90s. It was really, really horrible. I mean, I remember it was more horrible than gang life-wise than what it is right now, especially, there's just a lot of the turf wars with I don't know if I'm allowed to say gangs here.
Of course you are.
Like the Maniacs and the Spanish Cobras back then. It was when in the 90s. It was very horrible, man. There was a lot of people. That was a big turning point. There was a lot of pride in that maniac or in the colors in the neighborhood, and and a lot of people end up dead. I remember. So that just was part of what God sent me over there basically at 15, 16, started selling drugs over there. They were trying to kill me over there because
Were they trying to kill you also over here?
No.
No. It was just when you went over there.
Yeah, my mom, yeah. Because
over there they don't shoot you.
I
They pick
didn't,
up some machetes.
exactly, because I didn't have nobody over there to guide. I had no
Yeah.
father. So I'm going as a 15-year-old, 16-year-old with no father figure.
Whose house over there?
My grandma.
Your grandma.
My grandma owned the
You
home
didn't have
over
like
there.
protection.
I ain't had no protection, like or ways to, like, when you get off the island, off the plane, like, yo, this is how we do it in this neighborhood. You need to
Yeah.
follow these rules. You need to,
Yeah.
nobody showed me the way over there. I had no cousins or no brother, no family, just girls over there. It was
What
two
part
girls.
of Puerto Rico was this?
San Lorenzo.
San Lorenzo.
And El Pueblo.
Okay.
Yeah. And there was just two aunts that I had, my beautiful aunt Titi Marisol and Titi and Valentin. They were trying to kill me over there, so it was perfect timing, go back to the city. So I went back to the city, and then from there, I really feel like
Came back to the States.
the States, yeah. But what kept me out of trouble a little bit was I was always blessed with the gift of gab with finding jobs. Like I could be, I was young.
Isn't that how you met Sully?
Well,
Came-
I was
came
trying to
in?
sell her a dream. I don't know. I was trying to sell her a dream about this
A dream.
apprenticeship scores of sewing and so forth. And she was starting up fresh. And
I was probably your first pitch for your dream
exactly.
and stuff.
Yeah, I felt passionate about it. But I remember
and
that
I
when
like
I
the
was.
fact that I was like, I've never met like somebody that loves tailor, like a man that knows how to tailor. Like it's always usually women. So for him to come in, and he knows. I got my aunts, my family members are customers of his.
Oh, yes.
Now my aunt and my mom, they know how to make clothes. My aunt she got money because she don't spend money. I always tell people that. So she'll go to like a Curity store, she'll look at the outfit, she'll be like, $50 for that shirt, study it, and then I'll see her with the same shirt and she'll be like, oh, I made it. She'll just memorize it in her head and she knows how to create the pattern, make it from scratch. So when they went to go get stuff done from him, they were like, he is a real tailor. He knows what he's doing because the seams, the lines.
For now, yes. But when I was trying to sell to you back then, I was trying to sell your online clothing line. So I was trying to push I could be like the factory and all that so forth, and you're the designer. So it wasn't for me. I know you were fresh too into that shop right there.
We had just opened up
too. I
too.
don't know how many years ago back that was, but yeah.
About 9. We're actually gonna turn 10 years old this January.
Yeah.
So it was like about 10 years ago.
Yes.
That's
exactly.
how
So that's
long.
how I met you to where we at now, because I ain't had nothing back then. I was trying to sell a dream.
Hey, I didn't have nothing back then. I think I only had one faja on the rack.
remember,
All right?
Your
And pink walls.
You had the shop though.
Yeah, I had a box.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure it out.
So that was.
And that was so sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna stay on you.
Yeah.
So,
Nah.
you guys got some history. That's good. So you come back to Chicago, right? Come back to the States,
Yeah.
and things are different.
No.
Okay, so what happened?
Again, like
So you went back to the old stuff again.
just it got more deeper. The lifestyle got more deeper. I was burning bridges. Family bridges. They didn't want, it was really weird because it was like, how should I say it? I don't want to down myself like that, but like, a bad image for the Puerto Rican man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know I know I'm bigger and better than that, and the things that I was just doing, in the streets is like I just felt like something, wasn't right. I just didn't know, like I was in like trained, like entrenched as the evil in me. It was weird. Like when I look back now, back then, like the whole lifestyle was just horrible. It's something I guess that I had to go through, or God put in my path. Just again the gang life just got deeper, more stronger. Going in and out of jail back then. The shootings, the acting like it was like military. Hunting. Yeah, it was very.
That was like 16, 17.
Yeah,
right?
17, 18.
So
yeah.
now let's say 25. Where are you at 25 years old?
At 26 is when I got incarcerated. At 26 for a good amount of time. So 25, still in and out. So all the way to my age 26, I had a child, my first daughter that I had.
Yeah, how did you have a child if you're in prison?
Mixed up. No, before. I'm sorry.
like, how did that happen?
Right
Was
before.
okay.
Right before that, I impregnated a woman. She had a baby, and I got incarcerated. So
Okay.
so throughout her old birth, I'm in prison.
Prison.
Yeah.
So how long was that the last time you went to prison?
Yeah. So I was 26, and I didn't get out till 36.
Okay, but something good.
25. I got out.
Something
till
good
36.
happened in prison.
Oh well, I did what I did, and I felt like this was the journey God put me through. So like I took it in literally from day one when I got sentenced. Like I'm gonna do everything I can to better myself, to educate myself while I was incarcerated. I did everything. Like that's what I dedicated my bit going in, and then when I come out of this, I'm not gonna be the same person. And
What switched? What made you think that way?
I was sick of, again, the lifestyle, the drugs, and looking in the mirror and looking at myself like, what the heck is this? It was like I was possessed, I don't know, but like it was horrible, and I didn't want that to happen. I have to figure out a way to create a talent and have a talent. And I just didn't know what, but I left it in God's hand when I got sentenced. After I came back on the floor, and that's what. But speaking to myself, looking out the window, was like, I'm gonna do everything I can to better myself when I go down this bit. And it was federal prison, so I had a little bit more opportunity because the state prisons are a little. They lock you down. They don't got too many programs. The Fed prison, there was opportunity for programs, and I wanted to take advantage of it because I wanted to change my ways every way. So I got an associate's degree in there,
Nice.
for a little computer training or a business course that they had in there. I have certificates from a religious program there. It was 2 programs. It was a religious program, and I kind of like another type of program for life and stuff like that, life after prison. I completed those programs, but the weird thing is when I went to prison. When I got off the bus, talked to the Puerto Ricans, I checked in, making sure I'm cool, what I'm saying? I'm not, no bad person. They look at the paperwork and all that stuff, make sure that I'm good. Once I was there, like I started working at the factory that they had in there, a sewing factory, which was like perfect, It was like, man, I just listened to my radio stations, AM 1000 and my AM stations on my headphones and just work, and became a leader in there, like was able to train other individuals coming in from the new, and they just needed to stay away like I did, because if you don't stay away, you get involved in the drinking, the alcohol, the drugs, the unnecessary stuff, the stealing,
So is this where the passion of sewing came in?
Yeah, so kind of weird because once I started sewing and things like that, I became like, there was a hustle in it. So all the pants, the jogging pants, they had no pockets in the pants.
This was what they're
Again, solving problems.
Yeah.
There's no pockets. Guess who can make you pockets?
Exactly. So I'm sewing pockets. I'm sewing pockets.
Was it allowed? Because they didn't have the pockets to begin with. Was
No,
it allowed
they
to
gave
sew pockets.
No, it was not allowed. So
See, I knew there was something
this
with
was
that.
this was my hustle basically. So basically, this prison took care of me. My trade took care of me. I didn't have to ask for nobody for money. Nobody knew about it. I was like, hey, I burned so many bridges. Better out of sight, out of mind. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. I'm gonna give the opportunity to shine or show what I'm talking about when I touch ground. You know what I'm saying? So during that time, that was my structure to learn how to, just be a better man all the way around. My memory of my daughter that I left carried me through my whole time. When I came out, our relationship soiled. She just didn't understand that, she's the one that carried me, through my whole bit. But you're not here, you weren't there for me. So it affected everybody, my little circle. So I wasn't there for her. So she held that, even to this day, she held that, hey, you're successful now, but when I was younger, you never was there for me, and that really touches me, with my little
Because you
daughter.
were still growing. You wouldn't be who you are today if you didn't go through all of that.
I'm getting judged from my past at all times, when it comes up to her. I'm like, hey, I could show her with my actions, like I'm not the same person no more. I'm, no matter how much money.
Much you could only do then too. You only had so much access limits,
But anyways, I hopefully God willing repairs our relationship, between me and my. But I have like 2 little ones now. She's a little jealous of that, of me having a new family. There, now again, I was at 30. Well, my son, I mean, I'm 48, and my children's, the oldest one, so 40. I started basically. I had my daughter, and then You know, so I'm starting old age. So there's a
I
gap.
was like 40 years old.
There's a gap from having at 24 having a kid, and then at 40 having
20.
so there's a big gap.
Yeah, it's a 16-year
But
difference.
there was some time that you lost as well, so I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some time that you lost there.
Yeah.
But so you learned the sewing in prison, became a passion. You got out. What was your thought? I'm going into sewing business, or I'm going to open up a.
What I envision right now.
What was the plan?
Right now, the setup is my foundation that I was dreaming about in the prison cell. Is having the workers that I have now,
Love.
the system that I have now, because I was a lead trainer, the leader of the sewing department. That they had like 300 inmates sewing. So a lot of them, when they're coming in, I'm training them how to sew, learning the strengths, putting them in positions of success in what I feel like they're strong at. You know, different operations in the sewing floor. So all of that was like, hey, this could be done in the when I get out. So all that training I did, that God put me through, all that, whatever I went through, kind of made me now. So basically I was thinking about what we have going on right now is exactly, you know, what I envisioned. But now it's the mobile service I got, the pride in ourselves and past turnaround time, when a lot of, you know, companies or tailoring companies don't want to, we're not like a dry cleaner. So we're trying to be, you know, hold things to a more higher quality and standard. You know, that people want their garments that they spend a lot of money on. You know.
Would you say that going to prison saved your life?
I'm one of the few that could say that. One of the few that could admit that the prison saved my life. Of course, you know, there was so many bad incidents. You know, literally I could have had my brains blown out couple different times that I know that I still have like PTSD. A little bit of, I shake my head sometimes of why did I put myself.
Because of your story.
All the past, all the just wasted time. So
No.
now when I see family, I see like wasted time that I've went through, and I see family members. Just some family members that just, or people in general now in society. Like, man, why y'all still doing that? Why you still?
But you are that voice of reasoning. You had to go through what you went through so you can have a story to help save others. Because if you didn't go through what you went through, then people are gonna be like, what is this guy talking about? He don't even know my life. He don't know what he's talking about. But you're gonna be like, no, nobody knows better than I do.
That's
And
what
let
I
me
pride
tell
myself
you.
in prison. I pride myself in that, being like a chameleon that could change different.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, there's the pretos that come in, I'm trying to, and then when the Puerto Ricans or Latinos, I can speak and then if there's white, so I pride that myself right now with that right now. That same concept of dealing with all these different personalities, identities that come in through the doors that I have to train and get to know. When I'm now in society, I'm like, with my Ukrainian girl, you know what I'm saying? I feel like
Victoria.
I speak her language. Victoria. My Victoria. So my wife hates that. Like, there's times when somebody talks with an accent, and I start talking like an accent, like with them. And she's like, why you do that? Yeah, I start talking like dumb, but
Really?
Like if they speak Russian.
But you're being relatable in a sense.
Yes.
So it kind of makes them feel comfortable
Yes.
to talk to you because now they feel like that connection.
Yeah, so it's like I'm
I
being
can feel that
relatable.
because sometimes when I'm around with my Mexican friends, I start talking like,
Oh,
why am I doing that? I'm like,
But it's just
like,
people. But they love you for that.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, like Spanish people, like if you ever noticed, if somebody who's a different nationality and they say something in Spanish, their eyes light up like, oh yes, and now they want to teach you 5, 6 other words so you can go out there. It's like a prideful thing. It's like, wow, you took time to learn my language and my culture. I appreciate you for that. Or like, there's this famous TikToker. He speaks like so many different languages, and he's always in China speaking Mandarin, and he's this white kid.
Oh yeah, I like it.
So, I love him
Yeah.
too. And I love how, like, at the restaurants, they're all just like, so happy. And they're like, oh, let's keep talking. Like, they love the
Who's
fact
this
that
kid? I
this.
gotta follow him.
He's a white guy. Oh
He's a
man,
white
he's cool. He
kid.
goes to like Chinese restaurants and starts speaking Mandarin and everything.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "What the?"
He even goes to, like, Ghana and knows
Yeah.
how to speak the language over there. And his accent, the point is, like, he doesn't know how to say the words. He says it like them. He uses the accent and everything. And that's something I try to do when I want to speak another language. I want to do the accent like them. I feel, I want to be correct. And,
But
Yeah.
it might offend them. My wife says it offends them.
It offends
Yeah.
them?
Yeah. Like,
Well, you know what?
like if you're Indian and I'm talking to you and trying to talk to you, like,
Or if you
can
start
you
out,
please do
yeah,
this?
it's like, it might be like, you making fun of me, bro?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or like, you know, I get a lot of people that say they know I'm Latino, and they're from Caucasian Mountain. They'll start, hey, amigo. And I'm like, I'm English. You can talk English, bro.
Yeah.
Don't-
And then it's just,
don't go
I
there.
always try to tell them, like, there's so many different, within our own Latin community, there's many different ways to speak Spanish.
Oh, tremendously.
And then also I tell them, like, be careful with the slang too, because it can be meaning, it can mean differently
Yeah.
in different parts
It
of.
could be a swear word. I'm not going to start that
There's-
right now.
yeah, there's
Even though
one
I want
that's-
to, but I'm not going
Yeah,
to.
there's one where it can be cake or it could be private parts.
Yeah.
You know,
Or
it
even
depends
the-
what
or
Latino
even
you're
the-
talking
the other
to.
way, pastes. Pastes
Yes.
is totally different.
Oh my God, I have a story with that. My friend Candy, the first time I ever had a Puerto Rican pastel, and she's like, "You want pastel?" I'm thinking for us it's
Cake. Yeah.
So I'm thinking she's gonna give me a big old slice of cake. She gives me a tamal. And I'm like, why? I didn't ask for tamales. You said you're giving me pastel. And she's like, girl, that is pastel. I was like, no, where's my cake? And that's the first time that I realized, oh my God, pastel is for Puerto Rican,
Yeah.
it's tamales.
You thought you were about to get some sugar.
Yeah. And I look at this, I was like, I'm not hungry, I want cake.
So going back. So you got out, you got this passion. You're going to places trying to start something, start a business, or you had a concept.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, concept of a plan. I heard that before somewhere. Concept of a plan. A little political for you people. You meet Suli. You try to
That
pitch
was the
something, try to
start of
sell
my journey.
something. That really wasn't there, but you tried something.
That was his
That was the
first
start.
first
That was my
pitch.
start.
You move on. You go to different places.
Yeah.
You start being
He
known. Start
opens-
working for people,
And he opens his own shop.
and then you open your own shop, and then you start giving back when people start knocking on your window. Of the shop.
No. Then he closes that shop. Then he goes to Rosemont.
That's
and then he
right.
opens his own
That's
shop
right.
again.
Now open mouth. Yeah. So this is my
So-
third go around, but
Yeah.
the first one again was not organically from the beginning.
But it was the first,
But it was mine.
first step
Yeah.
in.
So what I'm trying to get to is, you've been through some stuff,
Yes.
and we all been through some stuff. We don't get to choose where we're going to land in this world when God makes us, right? We don't get to choose our parents either, right? Or the neighborhood that we live in.
Yep.
But you maneuvered around it, went through some struggles. You had some valley moments. But right now you're having a hilltop moment.
Amen.
He's creating what he didn't get to choose. And I don't know if he realizes that. I'm like listening to him speak, and I'm just like, okay, you might not have had that father, but you are that father for your kids.
Amen. That's very important.
Like you literally name and branded your whole business after your children.
Yes.
Okay. Now you may not have had that opportunity for the business and stuff for somebody to give you the skills, but you found the way to obtain them, and now you're creating that for others. So from your dream that you never gave up on, now you're creating an avenue for a career for somebody.
It's really awesome me working, and when I see Victoria, when Victoria comes in, and you know what I'm saying, she's just comfortable. I creating a space where she could just be comfortable. And when she's working, got her little English stuff going on so she could learn English while she's working, seeing her interact with customers, seeing her to understand the breakdown of, you know, of what we're doing with the suits and things like that. Man, that's just, she doesn't know that, you know, this is what God gave me peace when I was incarcerated, you know, just sewing.
She don't know
and
your story.
yeah. So you know, she's shocked. Bailey, she just can't believe it. I'm like, yeah, Victoria, I my whole life was, you know, no direction.
It was different.
Yeah.
But I bet you she appreciates you more hearing your struggle story.
She does. She does. She gives me. She's a hard cookie. Again, she's a strong. You ever deal with the Russians and Ukrainians? She's very strong. You know, and I just show her, you know, respect. And that, like, you know, I'm here to help. I'm not here to, you know, cut you or nothing. I'm here to, you know, we're here to help each
Puerto
other
Rican, but
out.
I'm not here to cut you.
Yeah.
My bad. I had to throw that joke.
You know, yeah. So she just wants to make money. She just wants to be comfortable. She wants to feel her husband too. Her husband's a very jealous man from Ukrainian to have trust in me around his wife. And I take pride on that. You know what I'm saying? Me and the husband don't even talk. He'd be looking at me from far away, which is cool, but your wife's with me. We're working and we're chilling, and I see her laughing and things like that. It's really awesome. It's really awesome.
So I wanted to actually give recognition to another wife. She's been mentioned a little bit on here, but your wife.
Oh, Josiah.
Yeah, because when I first met you, you weren't married or anything, but I have noticed that when she came into your life, everything skyrocketed.
Yes.
And a lot of people forget, it's the man is leading, but the one in the back that's pushing him and holding him is the wife. So I want to give her recognitions because I've noticed with her presence in your family, all your dreams have skyrocketed.
She's been sticking with me from the day one where I opened up that shop right next to the church over there by New Life on Diversey. And she was at Capital One. Again, this is that pandemic time. They closed Capital One down. So she was laid off. And I'm like, new shop, got new family. It was not a good time, financially.
It was a
and
challenge.
She's unemployed and she's not getting as much, what she was getting back then. This was before the pandemic. She had gotten unemployed. So there was not those bonuses they were given anyways. And I'm like, hey, you got to get a job. You got to get a call center or something. She refused to do call center. She worked in banking already for 5-6 years and stuff. She was set on where she wanted to do. So I took pride on her. She, kept arguing with that and kept putting out 27 applications to the Chase Bank. And finally, they hired her on. And she's, working after 27
applications?
Yeah, I'm working and she's doing interviews in the...
I love people that don't give up. Yeah, I love that. I
That's
love
awesome.
people
To
that
that
don't
company.
give up.
What's her name again?
Josiah Kimbrough.
Josiah. Love you.
Yeah.
Great
Yes.
job. Proud of you. Awesome. Awesome determination.
Let me quick story real quick. But with her, she ended up getting a job at Chase Bank, and then to see her, she's very smart, so she's working there. There's people, they had a little chart system who does more work and stuff like that. So she was outshining a lot of her coworkers. But she was doing QC work. So QC going in and out, establishing
Sorry, what's QC?
quality control.
Okay.
And establishing that from the beginning. So they had an idea of it. They hired her on and she excelled in it. So now, they're giving her teams. She's creating AI. She's creating bots and systems to help out. So now she's in
Get it,
management.
girl.
Yeah, she's now.
Hold on a second. I know you people
She
are
has her own story.
Hold on a second. I know people are judging me for the QC thing. You didn't know either. Stop lying. You wanted me to ask that question. Stop
They're
lying.
like, oh, I'm so glad you asked.
Yeah.
Or
Let's
else
go
I
back to the
would
bots
Google
and your awesome wife. Stop judging me. Okay.
Yeah, so right now, she's been getting promoted, and she's going through the struggles right now because she's a black woman in the white man's world, kind of when
Keep opening those doors, girl.
Yeah, she's strong and she's holding her own on that, and I keep telling her every next year you're the head boss's pet. Not
What?
Not this
Teacher's
What is
pet.
going on?
the teacher because
she's watching this right now.
hold on, because when she tells me during the meetings and stuff like that, she's doing everything that the boss wants her to do. All the programs, the Excel, the everything that he wants done, she's doing it. So she's doing her part. But now she's been working out, and the other day she showed me her muscles like that. I was like, wow.
She needs some sea moss for that. You need some sea moss.
Yeah, we gotta give her the sea moss. She's very into health conscious and stuff like that, but she's taking it to another level on her workout side. We're waking up 3:30 in the morning, to going to the gym. By the time we get back, getting the kids ready, it's a whole 7:30. They gotta get the kids out the door.
She's working out really early in the morning.
Yeah.
She's getting the kids ready.
Yeah.
She's going to a job.
Yeah, she holding
She
on.
is Superman.
No. Yeah, she is, and she's doing deacon from the church. She's the leader of that does the food pantry.
Okay.
So she's heading the food pantry, dedicated to that, and then as well as greeting. She volunteers. They have every Monday. Every Monday they have a thing for the kids. They learn a Bible study for the kids. 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds. It's really cool.
Nice.
But they're kids. She's working corporate, coming home. She's dealing with the corporate, and she's mentally exhausted sometimes with this corporate, the computer, the meetings and things like that. And then working out in the morning. So she's exhausted. I give her credit.
She
Again,
sounds
like you
sounds
said.
like a co-host of mine.
Like you said, I'm the muscle behind that. You know what I'm saying? I know we help each other a lot. We help each other so much, you know. And it's been, like you said in the beginning, it's been an honor seeing her reflect back, and we got more to go. It's like I told her yesterday, this is just the beginning. This is
tip of
like
the iceberg.
Yeah,
you
like
guys got more.
Yeah, she's got little moves, and again, that workout she's doing, she's getting me a little better in shape, and you know,
Woohoo.
I got to still cut some little things, but
So who's the cook in the house?
her.
And she cooks too.
Yeah, she does not allow me to
Nacho.
cook. She cooks.
You know,
cooks
I
good.
think Sully cooks too. Do you cook too?
No.
Dishes.
All
You
right,
should show
good.
some dishes on the social media platforms.
Yeah, no, I do cook from time to time, but there is
Kevin?
a lot of times Kevin's been the one. He's better at it.
He's better-
I'm not that great in the kitchen. That's been one of my struggle points. I can do it. I'm a recipe person, but it has to be like a certain way. Don't ask me to make dinner quickly, because then it gets chaotic and there might not be dinner and stuff on the table. It might end up being like, here's a pizza. It burned. So that's not my strong point. I am not a chef.
Okay.
I love to eat. I know good quality foods. I know foundations, but I'm not that great in the kitchen.
Well, shout outs to Kevin. Kevin,
Yeah.
keep on cooking.
Yes.
Keep on cooking. So she does most of the cooking too. And you're working this business. You're getting this business off the ground.
Yeah, it gives me the flexibility.
You're growing this business.
Yeah, it's always thinking, I'm always trying. I'm not gonna give up on this business. This is, so I just love that it gave me the freedom to drop off my kids. I got 3 of them in the house because I got my stepdaughter Kayla. She's just graduating, going to most likely to university, Kent University. So yeah, it's awesome to see her grow. She plays rugby. She's awesome. Touchdown maker and doing the rugby. Anyways, to having that flexibility as a man to, I wish I had. I mean, my wife sometimes, you ain't got no construction job. Your hands are soft. Whatever.
That's good.
I ain't got a man job. I ain't got a man job, but
But you bring home the bacon.
Yeah,
man job. That is a man job.
sewing.
Exactly what she
Okay.
said. You bring home the bacon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's what's it called? An image of a woman sewing. So sewing stuff. So I'm breaking that image though.
But
But that's what I
Cause I'm
liked
better
about
than
it,
these old
because
ladies.
it is a lot of, when you look, you find a seamstress. People are always asking for a seamstress.
There's one
Nobody
right next
really
to us,
asks
right
for
here.
a tailor.
Right next to us.
Which is, tailor is what a man's called, but it's the same concept. So, and then I feel that men's garments sometimes have, like a men's blazer has a lot more construction than with certain women's garments, especially now with fast fashion. A lot of these clothes are not constructed the way they used to be. So to have those skills and know how to properly, and the machines too, when you're working industrial machines, they only do one thing. Now, the home sewing machines might have 20 different like little notches. He's going to have 20 different machines to have all of that. Wow. Because
We
of the
do.
motors.
We got about 15 sewing machines in our 2 suites that we got. Yeah. It's a lot of skill in this. I would think, especially if somebody come in, last minute, to have the skill that we built up. That's when we have to charge the rush, because hey, we got to do this fast for you. You can't, so this
And
quality,
right.
yeah, it got to be done. We're not gonna do no dry cleaner work or no bogus quality work. So yes,
Yeah.
man. And we explain. I love explaining. I'm an overpinner too. So when I'm pinning up the clothes on the clients' dresses or the suits and so forth, I do an overpin. I explain exactly what I'm doing. They feel comfortable. We have 2 mirrors. It gives a side mirror and front mirror. Make sure they be like, no, you're the expert. We're working on this together. How do you feel? You feel comfortable with this and so forth?
Gotta, maneuver. Because a lot of people don't know the difference. Like when a Gucci suit, and let's say compare it to a suit you get from Target, there's different things. Like Gucci's gonna have seam allowance that allows him to be able to
Sorry, so what?
seam allowance. So it's extra fabric
Hold
on there.
hold on. This is not I don't know. I have no idea what similar what she said. We're gonna find out what that is right now. Go ahead, Susan.
So it's just like extra fabric on the parts that it's sewed that it gives him the capability of making it bigger or smaller.
Okay.
So that's the difference between a designer suit and a Target suit. Now, when you're bringing a Target suit, he might not have too much room to play, which means he's going to have to work a little bit more harder. That's also going to reflect on the pricing. And sometimes a lot of people are not properly educated on certain things. So they're always like, well, my dry cleaner person can do it $20, and it's gonna look like a $20 job. People are gonna tell you got it altered. A real tailor, it'll look like that's how it came out from the shop or whatever. You shouldn't know. It should just fit like a glove.
Yeah, for example, some ladies come in, they'll buy a dress for $90, and they need, several. Their dress is too long, it's too big. It comes out to about $130. They're like, well, I only paid $90. Why am I paying $130? But at the end, it's going to be custom fitted to your body. We're going to press it. It's going to look beautiful. But, it's labor. Labor is expensive. We have overhead. We have the salaries, the Ukrainian, and oh
Victoria.
my God, I almost had it.
Victoria.
and my other tailors, Fareed and Nicole, they're expensive. They're not so we do have to price accordingly. Just a lot of clients don't understand, but we educate them, because you could take a Gucci suit and a Target suit, but basically it's a jacket. It's a suit jacket. It's a suit. So sometimes I don't charge. Now, if the Gucci suit has quality, like quality top stitching or quality stitches in the inside, then of course it's a price accordingly.
Yep.
Yeah.
What is it? Those princess seams.
Yeah, for girls, you're talking about the princess seam on dresses.
Yep. Oh, those are like the darting. I believe it's a certain way that it's folded.
The
and then
hems?
seams. That it's done, that you can tell if it's a designer or not. You shouldn't. The inside of a designer suit should look like the outside, and then when it's cheaper, then that's when you can see like the actual work.
You can see what you could tell the fabric is. The fabric is the whole thing with the high end fabrics, mid and low, and you could just tell about the fabric. So we working with suits and things like that right away. We could tell, hey, is it worth to invest in your suit, where you can have it for 3 to 4 or 5 years from now. So that's the whole thing. You get a suit. I have a couple go-to suits, and they'll last me for so many years. It's custom fitted to my body. I feel comfortable in it. I'm not floating around in it. This on the suit side and the dress side. I don't feel a woman should be walking around dragging her dress, all over the ground or all baggy. So a lot of girls like getting cinched up and shortened and, custom fitted is what it is.
So I got a question. So if someone has a suit and it was made in Italy, don't you have to get the material from Italy, or is it already here?
He got the custom suit from Italy.
Right.
So I work with a company called Paul Stewart, and they're on Michigan Avenue. They have garments made from Italy and Canada. So they're high end. These garments are like $1,700 for just a jacket. It's a very expensive, garments. And so it, if you're gonna get a suit from Italy, it's gonna be made over there in Italy. But you can get Italian fabric, wool fabric. It's just the fabric when you go purchase it. The rolls, they're expensive, and they're probably from Italy. They'll explain the history of that fabric, So when you can make the fabric could be from Italy, but you can't say it's made in Italy. Did I answer?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's good.
I think what you mean is like if it needs more stuff, would they have to import more
Right, 'cause
fabric
if
to make changes?
If he's tailoring something, and let's say the guy that had the suit
Gain a few pounds.
was 165 and now
Yeah.
he's 260.
Oh,
So that's why I was talking about the seam allowance.
Yeah.
So when you get a designer suit, the suits are already made to have extra fabric. So in case if you were to gain weight, you find a tailor and he can alter it.
Yeah, let it
That's
out.
why it costs that much money, because little things like that have already been implemented. Your Target suit doesn't have no seam allowance. So you'll just see kind of like this,
Yeah.
where it ends. There's no extra fabric for him, so he can't make the shirt bigger. But on a designer suit, it's already there. You don't see it. He knows where to find it.
But
He
if
has
you-
to take it apart, and he'll be able to
if
figure
you
it
see
out.
us on our website, we have images on there of before and after pictures of, like, let's say wedding dresses. There's a lot of ladies that come in, they're a little bit on the heavier set side. They got their dress online and they ship to them. So we add panels. We work miracle. We work magic. We're
Panels,
magic.
you're adding panels. Is that more material?
That's more material.
add
So
material.
So if you ordered it from Temu, it was a size large, but it's
Exactly.
really a size extra small.
Yeah. So we gotta
That's
find
what it falls
fabric.
So he got to make the magic happen.
That's what you're saying.
That's
So
where the money.
fabric part, we have different sources of ways. I won't tell my secrets, but to get fabric, or if the dress is long on them, we use that fabric from the bottom of their dress, leftover dress, to add panels. We add corsets on back of dress, so we'll have like a tie up. Some girls can't zip it up. So we removed the zipper, add a nice, beautiful corset to it. You know, we shortened the
Basically
dress.
magic.
Yeah.
Fashion magic.
We're
It
tailored.
sounds so nice how you explain that right now. Man.
Yeah.
I'm following you like, oh,
Yeah, it is. I mean, you know, some guys, you know, they got a big suit and they're kind of slim and they're like, you know, hey, I want to get this custom, and they don't know like if I'm gonna slim them out, but I slim them out, taper the pants real nice, how the guys like it, sleeves real nice, everything perfect. You feel confident. You want to go to your event confident. You want to go to your interview. I have some reviews. You can look at us on Google Review. A nice African American gentleman. His suit didn't fit him, and he was going to this. It was a beautiful review he left me, and I had to add panels to his suit pants and his jacket, and he left me the most beautiful review on, you know, Great Zion Tailors. You could check us out on our Google reviews. And his name is Marcus, and you know that's the magic. Some of those things in my reviews, and there's real people,
You don't wanna look like-
leaving reviews of, you know, their experiences.
You don't want to look like you just got your daddy's suit. Like you're a teenage guy going to prom in your daddy's suit. You're drowning in it. This man will
the
make
ruffles
it.
in front.
Well, not the ruffles in front, but like, you know, the sleeve part comes all the way
Yeah,
down
yeah,
here,
yeah.
and the sleeves are all down here.
There's always
and
the
you're-
shoulders when I buy those.
Yeah.
You know, when I buy them, you know, from.
He can fix those shoulders.
Like you
Just
said about
like
the
suits.
like you said about the student thing, that's another
Yeah.
thing I'm gonna be targeting very strongly. I'm gonna I'm gonna solidify myself moving forward as the tailor for all of these little seniors that are graduating from all these different high schools, and those are gonna be potential clients, God willing, in the future. But every year when these kids graduate, I'm gonna come up with a game plan. I would like to do it before this year. But I'll do that moving forward. But, you know, after this New Year's, I'm going to have some content, some flyers, some investments that I'm going to be doing, and just target these high schoolers while my workshop is finally running its own. I'm able to have that freedom and feel at ease, you know, that I can stand on the corner, pass out flyers that I know my workshop is getting, and get potential customers, and know that my company is running itself, you know, from the blood, sweat, and tears of, you know, the system I'm trying to implement with Victoria. It's a whole experience. The part where the customers come in and when they leave, and they pick up their suits and they order dresses and they leave. So I'm really looking forward to, you know, in 2025 to like lock down that market. My mobile service. A lot of people not a tailor people ain't doing that. Okay. I'm gonna be the one spearheading that. If I'm the only one in that lane, I think that's you got to find success. Something that's, you know, it's hard to do, but to find something that nobody's doing in your field, and just, you know, solidify that as best you can.
Yep.
So my mobile service, and then these high schoolers. I'm gonna get like a lot of the girls when they graduate, they get these custom dresses and things like that, but they're neglecting the man. You know, that's what I'm trying to. So I'm trying to, you know, stand up for the man.
Yeah, they got the boyfriends that got to match them.
Yeah.
And then they got to figure out where to get these elaborate designs.
Exactly. So we're gonna be making custom suits there, custom dresses there. We're gonna and then of course the alterations. So I'm trying to build that. I got that team right now. So, you know, it's gonna be some investment and some time, but, you know, I finally got that freedom. You know, the 2 years in of creating this business in September to like now, you know, go out and get work. I'm able to go to a client's home in the high rise in Trump Tower or in downtown or in the suburbs and know, you know, everything's running smooth. I do got like a little camera system. So at times if there are any language barriers and things like that, I can explain via the little camera system that I have. So I can see, you know, the interactions, how she's growing, my seamstress Victoria, how she's growing with with the interactions. So yeah, got little tools to help me out, you know.
You could definitely kill the market, especially the school market,
That's
if
right.
you find somebody that works inside the school. Maybe get chummy with the principal.
Exactly. So what I'm gonna do is tomorrow is creating a thing where I'm gonna get like little gift packages for the principal, assistant principal, and the secretary. This is all through ChatGPT told me. So, and my fellow guy. But let's say if I got like 15 high schools that I'm gonna target, make 3 so if one of them is gonna catch it. The secretary might catch it, but it's gonna be one for the secretary of the principal, and with a little letter in there, the little card, and what I'm trying to do. And that's just gonna be my foundation investment moving forward, and then
the $10 Starbucks card.
Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah.
something like that. That's
also,
a good one.
You also do that with I do it with flight attendants.
Yeah,
So if you want a flight attendant to like really treat you really good, give them a $10 gift card
Yeah.
to Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts, they appreciate it like those don't you know? I learned this from a
That's how you
TikToker.
get the extra cookies, huh?
Oh man, I get the extra.
I like
everything.
those airline cookies. I look forward to
It
those.
literally works. Even if like, I love being in first class, but sometimes I just can't afford first class.
But you still want that first class treatment.
I still want it. And if there's an opening, I always get that seat. I always get it. Even if I didn't purchase it, if there's an opening and I saw one, I'm like, I'm gonna get that one.
You know what? I'm gonna save the
Does that do
gift
what I do?
card for the principal.
Yeah.
For him, but every the other people, I said 3 per bag for.
But
for
Because he's
school.
over there, he's like, that's $30. I can only do 110. Okay.
It's an investment. All this is an investment.
Yes, it is.
It's
Yes,
an
it is.
investment.
Don't be cheap
But
with
don't
it.
forget the
And it's all tax
secretary.
deductible.
Yes, it
Ask
is.
your sister.
Don't forget that admin, because that admin has power.
That's the thing.
The admin has power.
Well, that's the secretary I was
Principal,
thinking.
right?
Yeah.
The principal
Yeah.
listens to that admin,
Exactly.
whether it's a
The
man or
admin's
woman.
the eyes and ears of everything.
Exactly, and that's who my guy that is Sergio. He has a little workshop over there by Cicero and Armitage, but he does graphic design and so forth. And
Right.
I'm so excited to meet up with him. Just met up with my cousin. He's the one that helped me with the video. Again, ChatGPT
Nice.
helped us create that video. We'll be coming out soon on YouTube and things like that. But he's the one with the idea with giving the gift bag and the no-brainer with the Starbucks is gonna take it over the top.
Way to remember
Yeah.
you.
I'm gonna solidify
Automatically.
this whole market. It's a market. And so like the mobile market, it's a market, and then this, I'm looking at it like that. And then as well as this high school senior graduation thing, like I need all of that. I need to come to my business and it's gonna make us grow, because the more work we're gonna grow, get more stronger, get more people to get, trained on, move to another facility. So, all of that stuff is in the works.
A lot of good stuff is happening to you. I see the grace of God on you. I see His hand on you and your family, and your
Yes.
family. And I pray, this is my prayer tonight that I'm having with my wife,
Please.
that you and your first daughter get that connection.
Yes.
Let
That's
her
the
see
story.
who Papi is now, a man of God.
Yep.
And I pray if she's watching this that she does give you that chance.
Please.
So I want to say thank you for coming down to the Flavor Podcast.
Woohoo!
And I also want to say this. Senor, you have flavor.
Hey, I give this a head.
Sudi, any last words?
I'm really glad for this interview. Thank you for opening up, because one thing that I like is I don't like people to just come in and talk about how successful you are. I actually want to go through those rags and riches story. I want to know when you were not successful and what did you do to help you get through those dark days, through those days where you're just like, man, things are not working out for me. And thank you for your transparency, because a lot of people need to hear that, because somebody might just be going through closing up their first shop, but they don't realize, hey, just keep going, because in a couple of months, you're going to open up the next one. Just listen to our stories, Thank you for your transparency. Thank you for not giving up. And thank you for being for who you are. I was excited for this. When he told me, I was like, we already know. I got history with Julio. You don't understand. He has a great and amazing story. And plus, it's fashion. I love to talk about fashion.
Yes.
But thank you for being you. And I wish you the most success. Keep doing what you're doing. God already, you asked for it. He's given it to you. Just keep going. Keep going.
So on that note, I want to say again, please follow, subscribe, commenting is something that really helps our channel out on all our platforms that we have on the Flavor Podcast Network. Please comment, watch those videos, keep on watching. They're great, they're awesome, they're amazing. There's stuff like this, right? The underdog actually gaining victory. So, underdog, where can people find you?
They can find me at my Instagram, Tailor Doctor. I have Facebook as Great Zion Tailors, as well as I'm at 3012 North Central in Chicago. Again, we pride ourselves on mobile service and rush service. We're a high-end tailoring shop. We're very affordable. We'll beat anybody's prices. And we hope to see you and be of service to you and do anything to help you.
Yay!
Awesome. Good stuff. I want to give a bless up. We haven't done a bless up in a very, very long time on this podcast. I want to give a bless up to Pastor Liz and Pastor Lou. They're out in Guatemala right now.
Hey, my hometown.
Yeah, they are. And they're actually bringing medical supplies, and they're bringing Jesus to the people out there. So big bless up to Pastor Lou and Pastor Liz from New Life Covenant Church at the HB campus.
Yes, Bring some sun back, though, please.
It's gonna be nice.
So this is your boy Los and
Suli, woohoo!
we are out.